There is a type of success that comes at a high cost. It is admired, validated, applauded, but it demands too high a price, the distancing from one's own truth. In the name of this success, many people build solid careers, seek recognition, accumulate achievements, and in the midst of it all, something essential begins to unravel. It is not visible, it is not immediate, but it is real. The bond with one's own identity starts to break. The modern world offers many ready-made paths, life models that seem to work, goals that seem universal. But every time one enters this game without questioning, there is a risk that, upon achieving what was desired, the feeling is not one of victory, but rather of estrangement. An internal misalignment, difficult to explain, that does not always find space to be named. Carl Jung did not speak of success in the way we are accustomed to. For him, true triumph was not conquering the external world, but preserving the integrity of the soul while walking. And when this integrity is compromised, it does not matter how many steps are climbed. Something inside remains suspended, fragmented, waiting for reconciliation. It is not about rejecting the world, nor romanticizing escape. It is about reclaiming the center, about feeling true in one's own decisions again, about remembering that success that demands self-betrayal is, at best, a poorly negotiated good deal. The question is not just, what have you achieved, but who did you have to stop being to get here? This video is an invitation to pause, not to give up the journey, but to redirect it. It is a conversation with those who have already realized that there are voids that applause cannot fill, and with those who sense, even if vaguely, that there is still something essential waiting to be rescued. Without formulas, without ready-made answers. Just one direction. Return to oneself, without fear of abandoning what was never yours. You might even think you are in control, but stop and think. How many of your recent decisions were truly yours? How many times did you say yes when you wanted to say no? How many times did you accept compliments for achievements that deep down didn't even touch you? There is a huge difference between living and performing a life. And many people, perhaps you included, are stuck in a role they have learned to play so well that they no longer know where the performance ends and the truth begins. This is what Jung referred to as identification with the persona. And here we are no longer talking about a theoretical concept. We are talking about everyday life, the way you behave at work, with friends, with family. How you calibrate your words to seem professional, pleasant, mature. How you mold your emotions to fit situations, even when everything in you wants to overflow. Constantly performing is exhausting. But more than that, it is alienating. You start to build relationships based on the image you project, not on the essence you carry. And then, no matter how surrounded you are by people, you begin to feel lonely. Because you realize that no one knows who you really are. And perhaps you don't know anymore either. The disconnection from the self doesn't happen overnight. It settles in gradually. It starts with small concessions. You swallow an annoyance here, accept an expectation there. You begin to measure your words, to edit your spontaneity. And one day you wake up with the feeling that life is passing by without you in it. And here lies the danger. The world will continue to applaud your performance. It will keep rewarding you, promoting you, praising you for being on the right track. But no one will notice the hole that is opening up inside you, because that hole is silent and socially acceptable. As long as you remain functional, no one will question your pain. But it is there, and it manifests itself in anxiety crises for no clear reason, in sleepless nights, in an emptiness that not even success can fill. And the truth is harsh but necessary. If you keep performing, you will forget how to be yourself. And when that happens, nothing remains, just a productive body, empty of soul. So before you completely lose yourself, it's time